I don't care what kind of car you drive, at some point in time you got to do a little maintenance on it and you got to protect your investment, right? I mean, you got to wash them, you got to change their oil, rotate the tires, all that sort of thing. But you also need to think about what happens when you're out there and you're riding around. What are you doing to protect yourself when you're on the road, and what are you doing to protect your investment when you're driving out there? Let me ask you a question. Do you have a dash cam in your car? No, seriously, do you have a dash cam? This is 2024. Nowadays, you really need a dash cam in your car. I don't care if it's an old hot rod or just a regular little daily driver, you really do need a dash cam. Why aren't you protecting your investment with a camera inside your car? You might find this hard to believe, but sometimes people don't tell the truth. Or sometimes their version of the truth has been skewed by time or other things that might confuse the mind. But I'll tell you one thing that doesn't have any problem with the truth, and it is a camera. Cameras don't lie. They tell you exactly what they saw. And microphones, well, they record what they hear. Car accidents happen in an absolute blink of an eye. Just a split second, you go from everything is normal to oops. And not only that, sometimes when you're out and about, you see things and you think, if I didn't have a picture of this, nobody would believe it ever happened. I am actually an insurance professional, and I can tell you firsthand in working in the insurance and collision industry that car crashes are a big deal. The average cost to repair a car nowadays after it's been involved in an accident can be absolutely astronomical. I mean, have you seen the prices of new cars at the dealership? It's out of control. The last thing you want to do is end up being responsible for a car accident or damages that you didn't cause. And the old he said, she said thing, well, nobody wants to play that game. You know, why doesn't everybody have a dash cam? I don't know. I mean, maybe they think they're too expensive. Maybe they think they're too difficult to install. Maybe they think they're going to be hard to live with. Well, they don't have to be. Not at all. Well, they don't have to be expensive, difficult to install, and hard to live with. They can actually be really, really simple. And you never know, one day, that dash cam might make all the difference in the world. So to prove to you how simple it can be to put a dash cam in pretty much any car at all, I decided just as soon as we get this old Camaro washed up, we're going to throw the Arpha A14 in this Camaro and show you what kind of results you can expect as well. When you receive your Arpha A14, you're going to find it very, very well packaged. I mean, if packaging counted by itself, this thing's a 10 of 10. Your camera, in this case, very simple. I really, really like this. This is for all of you out there that have no interest in spending a lot of time and a lot of trouble trying to install something a little bit more complex. Everything is right here in this unit. It comes with the obvious other items that you're going to need to get it installed. They include clips for your wiring, a little tool to push your trim back out of the way, as well as an accessory 12-volt charge plug, your two-sided adhesive, your instruction manual, which I'm not going to bore you with going through this page by page. You're just going to have to check it out when you get yours. And then a really, really, really nice feature are these adhesive template stick-ons that we can put on the window. I have a tinted window on this. This is going to help the static cling type template so that I'm not putting the camera adhesive right on my window tint. It's going to make it really, really nice. We can take it on and off, do whatever that way without doing any damage to the car at all. One really important note, when you order your Arpha A14, make sure that you also pick up a micro disk memory card. You're going to need one of these. It doesn't come with it. So that is going to be up to the purchaser. When you install it, you're just going to slide it in, snap, it's in there. Now, arguably, this is either a really, really gigantic, wonderful feature or a headache. It's kind of up to you. Arpha also has the D25, which is a more complex unit that has a screen. It has a built-in memory card that you never take out. This one makes it nice because if on the scene, on the spot, if you need to get the memory card out of here to get it in a PC and to find out what's going on, just pop it out and take it with you, right? So that's super, super cool. But of course it does cause a little fiddly bit you have to mess around with. When you begin your install, this is where you need to spend your time. You just got to figure out what's a premium location where your camera is going to have a front seat view to everything that's happening, and you can operate the camera with a degree of ease. You certainly don't want it in your field of view, but you do want to be able to see the screen if you need to tell kind of what's going on. So, you know, if I put it over here, it's absolutely not going to bother me as a driver. If I need to view it, I will just do the old duck down and over, and I can look at it over here. Right, just peel off the old electrostatic cover and get that in on your glass, work your air bubbles out. This is kind of like putting on a cover to a cell phone screen. That is now not going to damage my window tint. Your Arpha has a cover on the camera. Don't forget to take that off. You'll be super disappointed with the performance if the camera lens is being covered. You have your adhesive right here on the back of the unit. And let's see what makes sense. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So you're probably wondering, after you put this in, what happens if I have to get it out in a hurry? Look at this. Camera comes right off of that mount in a snap. And now, if you need to access it for any other reason, you got it. So the install just, I mean, that's it. Let's go ahead and get the power cord hooked up. We're about ready to make this thing go. Not too complicated. Obviously, we're just going to plug it in. It uses a USB-C right here, and that is going to go into the back of your unit. They give you plenty of wire here because every car is different. And this 1969 Camaro is even different than other 1969 Camaros because I've added custom features to it, and I actually put my power port down here on the dash. So this is always kind of the good, the bad, the ugly of any of these type of deals. What to do with all the cabling. Now, you can purchase a hardwire kit separately if you choose. Hardwire kit allows you to hide the wires away, keeps you from using your accessory port exclusively for your dash cam, and it'll even turn on other features, park monitoring or other things that may be in there by allowing power to be on all the time. So in this case, we're just going to put it right onto this DC port down here, and go ahead and get the USB-C cable plugged in. The USB-C plug goes right in the back of your unit there. Be mindful of your cabling. In this situation, I'm going to bring it down over the passenger side. If you choose to run your cabling on the driver's side, just make sure that you don't get it around your pedals or anything that could be an issue with driving your car. All right, so again, your install will vary based on your type of car. We could take this trim completely out, but I have enough room I can shove things in it. We're ultimately going to take it down to this power source. So give me a few minutes, let's get all this jammed in. Obviously, our final goal is to get it plugged in right there. Now, the outlet on this Camaro is powered. It just turned on. So the outlet on this Camaro is powered all the time. This car does spend a lot of time in storage. It's busy talking to me already. This car does spend a lot of time in storage, and we want to make sure that we don't leave it plugged in too long when the car is left unattended. But while we're regularly driving it, no problem. It's gonna be hard to ignore that you've left it plugged in if you did so. But right away, we have just powered it up for the very first time, and it already tells me that it's busy making a recording as we speak. So again, we're gonna have two ways to access our videos on here. We're gonna be able to pop this card out, put it in a reader, run it through our computer, or we're gonna be able to Wi-Fi connect directly to this. So let me get on the instructions, get the app on my phone, get it all set up, and we're gonna take a look at what's inside this app. So when you're doing your setup, it actually has a button here, and you'll see where your Wi-Fi is on. You see, we can turn it on and off using this button. There's your little signal.
Wi-Fi is off.
Turn Wi-Fi on.
Wi-Fi is on.
So I can do it by voice, or I can do it by button. So you need to go into our Wi-Fi. There is our setting right here. There it is. So we're going to put in the password. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wi-Fi is connected.
Look at that. It's connected. How easy is this? So we're going to go over to our Arpha. This is our app. It tells us that this is the A14 right there. That's what we're on. And we're going to be able to go right into real-time video. We have a range of about 10 feet or so that we can get from this. So we have choices here of our video resolution, 2160, 1440, and 1080. Right now that is set up in the highest setting. This is a front only. As you'll notice when you go to switch mode, which would move you from front to rear, it does not allow that on this particular camera because you're only looking out of the front. Well, let's go take this thing for a spin, see what kind of filming we can get. Right now, you should be seeing her filming us. Lock video. We, and by we I mean me, the dogs, and Nikki, we are going to take you to our favorite coffee shop, and we're going to see how this Arpha does along the way. So the voice commands are pretty neat. Remember, we can say things like, take picture, and it takes the picture. We can also tell it to do things like lock the video.
Emergency video.
See if we can catch the coffee shop when we get up here. We're gonna drop into the back side of Perk Up Coffee. Here we go. Lock video.
Emergency video.
All right. So we should be capturing this right here. We are pulling up into the parking lot. It's good coffee. People here wanting to get their morning Java jolt. See if we can take picture. All right, so we'll see what these pictures look like here in a minute, but we're gonna get up here and grab some Perk Up, and then we're gonna get out on the open road. I just thought I would go in here and interface with the Wi-Fi. I've got my app on here. I've turned my cellular data off, which is kind of an iPhone thing, and this is our A14. We can actually go in here, and in just a moment, we should, there we are. So if you look here on this screen, there is the Alaska construction truck, and if you look in front of us, there's the Alaska construction truck. So we are seeing real time right here what the camera is seeing. We have a lot of neat features in this thing. I'm going to strongly encourage you to go read your manual. But anytime you're interfacing with it, you want to stop that recording and then look at all these different functions you have. All these features you have that include the type of wide angle that it sees, how it adjusts, exposure settings, audio, G-sensor. I mean, you have just got a lot of options on here to set this thing all up so that you are ready to go. Super, super neat. And it's always going to default to starting that recording. We can stop it. We can go in here and look on the albums. We've been taking these as we go. And there is our photo. Just want to show you, there's that truck in front of us. And that's the picture that we just took a few moments ago. So if I needed to export that, I could do that. We have our normal cruising modes here of what it sees. And then on the event where I asked it to go about doing the locking, we're able to do that as well. So super, super cool stuff. And in fact, I can check right here and see that this is the video. This is the video we took just moments ago, pulling into Perk Up here. Again, there's that same truck. So this is just cool stuff. It's real time right now data, and it's easy to access. Hey, we're here at Perk Up and the dogs are getting their biscuits. I always say that we come to get biscuits and then they let us have some coffee. So Bria's gonna load them up with some biscuits and we are gonna get our Java fix here in just a few moments.
You want one, Oliver? Hey, Heidi?
Oh, she's like, trap it. Go on, Heidi, you can do it.
Okay, well, not in just a second.
Okay, thank you. And that's how you get a back seat full of biscuit crumbs right there. But they're happy dogs. All right, got some Perk Up and we're just gonna take you for a ride. I'm gonna take you down into downtown Palmer, Alaska, give you a look-see at what it looks like around here. Also on the date time setting, we were just messing with it in the Perk Up parking lot, and you may notice the time change on the video because I had it on the wrong setting. So we are -9 is our time zone adjustment for the Alaska time zone. But yeah, take a look at this. We are heading towards those mountains, but we're never gonna reach them. We're gonna stop there in town, ride around a little bit, show you a little bit about downtown Palmer, Alaska. Lock video. Palmer, Alaska. Here's our official street sign. Alaska at its best. So let's give you kind of a look around downtown here. Palmer is really kind of an old farming community.
See video.
We're coming up here on sort of the main street drag through Palmer. Whenever they have the Palmer Days celebrations and events and music, it'll all happen over here to the right side of the screen. Looks like we got a little farmer's market going on right now. I didn't even know about that. I've seen some people with hot rod cars on trailers and stuff. So you got an old car here right on the downtown strip. Let's take a turn up here at the train station. Take picture. Lock the video.
Emergency video.
One of our favorite places to get a bite to eat in Palmer is the Palmer Ale House. So this place will host live music on the weekends. They will have just incredible hamburgers and meals, and if you're into alcoholic beverages, they apparently have some incredible home brews there from around the state of Alaska. We're just going to whip through here real quick. We're going to kind of head right back out where we came in. This is a super ultra quick tour of downtown Palmer. Honestly, Palmer's not very big, which we really like that. At the same time, it doesn't take long to drive through. Are you still? Lock the video.
Emergency video.
All right, when you're in Palmer, you gotta stop at this sign, get a picture taken with it. I'm gonna see if the Arpha will take my picture. So let's see if it'll do it.
Take a picture.
And we will see if it took my picture. All right, I just got the thumbs up. So this is, again, Palmer, Alaska. If you're ever in Palmer, we're about an hour north of Anchorage. It's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous place. We love it here, surrounded by mountains, surrounded by the river. This is such a beautiful place. All right, well, let's hop back in here and get home and find out what kind of video this camera is actually able to take. Well, I have really enjoyed taking you along with me today for a ride around Palmer and also checking out the Arpha A14. This is an absolutely amazing product, so easy to install, so easy to use, and you never know. I mean, this thing someday could capture a video that makes all the difference. And at the cost of insurance today, at the cost of car repairs today, you don't want to be left with a he said, she said, when you could have caught the whole thing on video completely effortlessly. Right here, A14. You need to pick one up today. Also, you may be wondering, why didn't I show you any night video? Well, we are in Alaska and we're in that time of year where you just don't really have much nighttime. But I did do a review of the Arpha D25. We put that in our Silverado. It is a fantastic product, and it'll be in the description below. You can go check it out and see how well these cameras work at night. Again, thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next one. Go get your A14 today. Don't wait.